everybody, and welcome to the prediction show for the 2014 Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Oh my god, it's already time for Money in the Bank. Where the hell is the year gone? Weren't we just at the Rumble a couple of months ago? Anyway, guys, as always, I am joined by my good friend across the pond and sometimes severely annoying ally, Tom.
Brains. I may as well be a zombie. I've been dead for 2 weeks.
Anyway,
that's a bit of an in joke. But yeah, I haven't been particularly healthy for the last couple of weeks, and I'm only just getting back into my stride. So yeah.
Yeah, he's had eye issues. So anyway, guys, you probably wonder where Taker Snowgirl is. She's not feeling very good today, so we've let her set out for today.
I came back from the dead, and she replaced me today.
So
no, she's not. She's not actually dead.
No, she's not actually dead. She's alive. She's just not feeling all that well. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about on this predictions vlog. A lot has happened since we did the pre-show and the post-show for Payback. So first thing we're going to talk about is, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but last month alone, WWE lost $750 million, and so they've had to make some unwanted cuts in the roster and also in some other budget cutting situations. So we have lost a total now of 12 WWE people, and some of them are, you all know JTG from Crime Time. You guys know Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal from 3MB, Ixana. Who else, Tom? I can't remember. There's so many of them.
Josh Matthews is gone.
Matthews is gone. Vicky Guerrero was released, and yes, that was not storyline. Vicky has been released from her contract. She did not renew her contract because she is going to do something else so that she can be at home more with her family. So, but yeah, there's a few more people whose names Yoshitatsu is one of them. Born.
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins, yeah, I was just trying to remember him. So yeah, those are the 12 people that are no longer with the WWE, and we are going to miss them all terribly. They were all amazing talent. Josh wasn't a wrestler.
And WWE are stupid. They shouldn't have fired Drew. That guy's got more. That guy's got more upside than a helicopter. Seriously.
The other day that said that Drew, Sheamus, and Wade Barrett were all three signed on the same day.
They were. Drew, Sheamus, and Wade Barrett were all hired within half an hour of each other.
So that really kind of sucks because now, Scotland never really had any representation. Scotland hasn't had any representation in the WWE since the '90s with the Highlanders.
That was in the 2000s, and I don't think they were Scottish either.
Well, who knows? But anyway.
I mean, everyone always goes, "Oh, Scotland's representative, Roddy Piper. He's Canadian."
Yeah. So
he's Canadian. He was a fake Scotsman.
Majorly, Drew was one of my favorites. I loved him. I got to see him. I really got to see this. I was lucky enough. I got to see him wrestle in person. I got to see him 2 years ago when they were doing a SmackDown taping down in Baton Rouge. She had an amazing match against Christian. I was very lucky I got to see Drew wrestle. So
from that time period, Drew's catchphrase for me was always "Teddy Long."
Yeah, he always had that.
He had that huge feud with Teddy Long.
Or something. I hate to see
and there's another one who's gone, Teddy Long.
Yeah, that's right. Teddy Long retired. Teddy's no longer.
Did he retire? Because I would love him to turn up in TNA as MVP's manager.
They said that his contract was coming up, and he just really wanted to just retire. He'd been with the company for so long, he just thought it was time to just retire and.
Because TNA have got a stable that is right up Teddy's road, a stable of angry black blokes. That's what Teddy used to do.
yeah,
Stables of angry black. So
so Teddy's on with us, but we've got a lot of people. If you guys are wondering why they let Oksana go, this goes back when, if you guys probably remember, when she had a match with Naomi several months back.
She nearly killed her.
Crushed her optical bone, and she hit her in the knee she hit her in the eye with her knee, and you're not supposed to do that. It's illegal. So that's why Oksana was fired, because of that.
Oh, that and she's not she's not really an accomplished wrestler. And you know they've got enough divas, because the thing you've got to think about is WWE. Yes, they went ahead and fired a bunch of people who have been on the roster for however long, right?
Yeah.
But they've got all those people in NXT who can come up and replace them.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good, really good talent coming up in the rosters. They've got a lot of newbies coming in, so we're just, as much as you hate to see these people go, especially Evan Bourne, because we haven't seen Evan in close to 2 years.
I was shocked about the Evan Bourne thing, because I thought he was coming back. He was going to come back onto the main roster in a tag team with TJ Wilson.
He was supposed to come back last year, but because of a foot injury and another injury that he had, apparently, he just didn't get to come back. So
I thought he'd been working in a tag team with TJ though.
He was. That was the plan. They were going to have him tagged up with TJ, but unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. So we have to unfortunately say goodbye to these 11, 12 amazing people, and as much as it kills us to have to say goodbye to them, because we really don't want to, as much as because we all love them, and they've all been a part of, Monday nights, Friday nights, superstars, main events.
And I look forward to all of them turning up on TNA.
He's don't hold your breath on that one. But yeah, we're just looking.
I think McIntyre I think if TNA have got any logic, any sense, they'll hire McIntyre in a heartbeat.
Got a good chance, but we'll just have to see. Okay. Also, guys, if you're joining us live, I've opened the Q&A box somewhere over in that direction. And I'm pointing to the right since you guys can't see. Because I'm going to do an open Q&A this time. So if you guys have any questions about the pay-per-view, or about why people were fired, or why people were released, or anything like that, or
are you sure you turned on the Q&A? Because I've just tried to access it and it says it's disabled.
I just clicked it, so I don't know what's wrong with it.
You've got to enable it before we go live.
Oh, I just didn't. I enabled it before. Alright, well. Okay,
no Q&A this time. We'll sort it out for next time.
Sorry, I messed up, so we didn't get to do it this time. But okay, but if you guys want, if there's, I don't know if you guys can access the chat the way we can, but
just tweet us.
Just tweet us, or leave a comment. If you're watching it, just leave a comment, and I'll try to answer it when we get through. But we're gonna go ahead and move on into the card for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view 2014. God, it's hard to believe it's already.
Have you got predictions from Take a Soul Girl? Because
yeah, she's pretty well gonna go on mine. I have her on Skype, so I'm going to get her.
Yeah, just get her to drop her predictions so she can be part of the prediction game. You know how it goes.
I'll get her to Skype me her predictions. I'll tell her what match we're on and everything.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. So shall we start with Paige versus Naomi for the women's the Divas Championship?
I'm gonna do a real quick pre-show prediction, really fast.
Okay, go ahead.
See this coming.
Is there a match in the pre-show?
I don't know yet, but because
all I've read is Daniel Bryan's making a speech.
Yeah, that's basically all I've heard. But I also heard that. I also have a little bit of information that there might be a Goldust Stardust versus somebody match.
Why can't that be on the pay-per-view?
Right in there. But
although I suppose I'll bet each Money in the Bank match is going to get an hour, isn't it, at least?
Probably, yeah, at least. So we're gonna sort of put that as the pre-show prediction, a Goldust Stardust match or some kind of tag team match, some kind of match anyway.
Goldust and Stardust versus AN Other, and Goldust and Stardust will win it because there's no way they're going to beat them so soon after the gimmick started.
So first match we're going to talk about is Paige versus Naomi for the Women's Championship, and this match kind of came about on the main event. They had a match last Monday night on Raw, and then it was announced later on Tuesday on main event on the WWE Network that Naomi was going to get her second shot at at the Divas title. And personally, I think this is a really good match. Naomi is she's an amazing diva. She's an amazing wrestler. She's got a lot of talent. They're trying to build her up, give her a singles competition. But then again, Paige is radical in the ring. She is her drive to win this championship and to keep it is just very powerful. So, Taker Soul Girl's prediction is Paige. I think I'm gonna go with her on this one. And Tom,
I think I'm gonna go against you two because I think Paige would do better. I think Paige would do better if she was challenging for a title. So I'm gonna, and it pains me to go against one of my own people, but I'm gonna go with Naomi.
Okay.
Oh, I feel dirty doing that. It's like cheating on my own. It's like cheating on my own country.
Yeah, because you were an American this time. That's okay. Excuse that, you guys. Anyway. So Divas Championship, Paige versus Naomi. Robin and Taker Circle and myself said Paige, and Tom said Naomi. So we'll see what's going to happen. So the next matchup is going to be for the WWE Tag Team Championships. It is the Usos versus Wackadoos 1 and 2, or as Tom calls them, his brothers.
And I'm calling victory for the Wyatts here.
If you guys don't know how this match came about, it's fairly simple. Ever since May, John Cena had a feud with Bray Wyatt, and a little over a month ago, after the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, the Usos got involved and started backing Cena. So this is what led them to having a tag team title match with Tom's brothers on this one. So I'm gonna go with the Usos because honestly,
This ties in with my prediction for the WWE title, but I think the Wyatts are winning.
Well, you can think the Wackadoo brothers are going to win all you want, but my money.
Interesting thought. In the next match, has Bad News Barrett been pulled because he got injured?
I haven't heard yet. I think maybe if they do, they're going to have to find a replacement.
There's no way he should be in a Money in the Bank match with a separated shoulder.
Just to throw it in there for you guys, Taker Soul Girl said the Usos too. So it's 2 Usos and 1 Wackadoo. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so moving on to the Money in the Bank ladder match. This is not for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
This is for the briefcase.
Contract. This is your typical everyday run of the ladder mill Money in the Bank match. So you have, like Tom said, Bad News Barrett was in this match, but because of an injury he suffered from Jack Swagger at the SmackDown taping, spoiler alert, people, yes.
He's probably going to be out of this.
Probably going to be taken out, so we're just going to mention him in there anyway. You've got Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, Kofi Kingston, Rob Van Dam, and the newest member of Evolution, or as I call them, Cream Puffs.
Well, I don't think he's officially joined Evolution. I think he's just gone on his own, and he's like friends with the Authority. I don't think he's actually part of Evolution because Evolution hasn't been seen together for a while.
We're just gonna put it in there. So anyway, so this match has a big history. A lot of great superstars have won this match. You know, you've got Edge, RVD, Jack Swagger, CM Punk won it a total of 2 times, which is a record, I believe. John Cena, I don't know if Stone Cold Steve Austin won it. There's just been a lot of people that, you know, have won this match and have gone on to win and become WWE champion.
There's only ever been 2 failures, haven't there?
There has only ever been 2 people that have cashed in and haven't won, and one of them was John Cena, and the other one
was Sandow.
Yeah, Sandow. So Taker Showgirl has predicted Dean Ambrose. I'm gonna go with Ambrose myself. Tom.
This is the prediction I've got for this one. My prediction for this one is Ambrose and Rollins are going to fight each other away from the ring, and they're going to go off and do whatever they do. It's going to leave the remaining guys in the ring: Ziggler, Swagger, Kingston, and Van Dam. And honestly, I think Brock Lesnar turns up and steals the briefcase. I mean it. I can just see it. That's my call.
Okay, well, you can have your funky little Lesnar call, but whatever.
If I have to pick somebody from the actual list of people, it would have been Barrett, but I don't think he's in it, so I'll go Rollins.
Okay.
But write down Lesnar just in case it happens, so I can have the extra point of that.
Lesnar in a box over to himself, and he and Paul Heyman can have a discussion. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Just a thought.
Moving on, there is a rumored match. Of course, this probably will not be finalized. It's noon my time, and SmackDown's going on to 7 o'clock, so this is going out before SmackDown. But there is a rumor match going around that we will probably see Big E versus Rusev. Now, whether or not this is actually going to happen, I'm just going to throw it out there and say that it might, because as you guys know, lately the pay-per-views have become very unpredictable. We do a show, we get the card, we say what's on the card, and then the show comes on, and there's all these matches that we have no idea what happened. We have no idea they were even on there, so just gonna throw that one out there. Okay, now we are up to the ladder match for the vacant WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This match was made because Daniel Bryan, unfortunately, is injured. He had to have neck surgery, which... If you guys are fans of Edge, John Cena, Chris Benoit, any of those guys that have had neck injuries, you guys know that they're always out for a long amount of time because that's a very hard injury to come back from. That's a very difficult injury.
I hope he's back for the SummerSlam.
We're all hoping he's back for Battleground next month. So Daniel, we hope you get back before then. So. The participants in this match are not all of them just about are former WWE or World Heavyweight Champions. And the first name on the list...
Except Roman.
Except Roman, Bray, and Cesaro.
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio is a former WWE and World Heavyweight Champion. Bray Wyatt...
And Money in the Bank winner. Alberto, former winner.
Bray Wyatt this is his first ladder match. Cesaro, I believe this is going to be his first ladder match.
Hasn't he been in another Money in the Bank? I'm sure he has.
I think he might have, but I'm not 100%. But this is his first real title shot.
Oh yeah.
John Cena, who is an 11-time WWE champion, 3-time World Heavyweight champion, Money in the Bank winner, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, and then you have Kane, who was added Monday night. Kane is a former WWE champion also, and a former World Heavyweight champion. He's been in a lot of Money in the Bank ladder matches, but he's never won one. Then you have Randy Orton, who is a 9-time WWE champion, 3-time World Heavyweight champion, a former Mr. Money in the Bank, actually last year's Mr. Money in the Bank winner. Roman Reigns, this is his first ever title shot ladder match. Sheamus, who is a former World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Champion, current United States Champion, Royal Rumble winner, that I do not think Sheamus has ever won a Money in the Bank.
No, I don't think he has.
So
he did win the title from Cena by Cena accidentally falling through a table.
Well, yeah, he did. That's how he did win that. He actually won that was a TLC match, so he's got that under his belt. So you have got this match is very interesting because you've got a lot of, like I said, you've got former WWE Money in the Bank winners, former World Heavyweight Championships, and then you have 3 new guys who have never, well, Cesaro has a little bit of experience, I think, but you've got 2 guys who've never been in a ladder match before. So you guys are like, so, you know, we have a lot of, you've got a lot of people to look at in that one. Taker Soulgirl and I have been talking about this match ever since it came into play. And so we're torn, actually. We don't actually have a really fair prediction on this one. We're torn between John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Sheamus. So, you know, we're kind of torn between those 3 right now. So we don't have a really fair prediction on that one.
I am partially torn, as I would like to see Cesaro or Roman Reigns win it, but I'm going for my prediction. I'm going to predict that a man who currently has the whole world in his hands is going to soon have the heavyweight title in his hands.
Like, we didn't know you weren't going to predict that one.
I'm predicting Bray Wyatt. I'm predicting Bray Wyatt, and I think the other 2 Wyatts win the tag titles as well. So I think all 3 titles will be on the Wyatt family by the end of the day.
I highly disagree.
Well, the thing is, now this is something else I want to predict. I think whoever wins this match is not going to hold on to the championship. No, remember my earlier prediction?
We all remember.
I think my earlier prediction will take place, and then whoever wins this match will immediately be set apart.
Well, you have your own little prediction. I have my own prediction. And
do you think we're going to have a question?
My prediction is this. Whoever wins the title Sunday night at Money in the Bank will get... Now, they have to do this. WWE has to be fair. If they're not, this is bullshit. WWE has to give Daniel Bryan a rematch at the next pay-per-view. Because it's only fair. Because they did strip him, they have to give him his rematch. So whoever he faces at the next pay-per-view, then I believe that is when the Money in the Bank will be cashed in, and you'll see who faces him at SummerSlam. Unless
so you think the person who wins the briefcase will cash in ahead of time and say, "I want the match at SummerSlam"?
I do, because
I see it being that whoever wins it cashes it in against a weakened champion.
Well, the person that you want to cash in, you've been kissing his butt since WrestleMania, so.
The person who I want to cash in. This is the way I see it happening. I see that person winning I see Lesnar winning getting the briefcase, and I see Daniel Bryan ending up with the championship at the next pay-per-view when he is beset upon by a large sweaty gorilla man who beats him into the floor, makes him look like he's a corpse, takes the championship, and then defends it against Bryan, who then beats him at SummerSlam.
And then WWE would have to be slapped to do that, because that's just stupid.
I don't know. They've already paid him for his date, so I think it'll be worth it.
I hear the part at the beginning of the show when I said they lost $750 million. You want them to lose another much of that money? Because I got news for you. If they do that, Vince is going to be broke before you can say spittle. I mean, let's face it.
I don't think so. Because I'm pretty sure they've already booked Lesnar Bryan at SummerSlam.
Alright, I'm going to put this question to everybody watching this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to put this question out there. If you guys think that it is dumb, a very dumb move for a man who has not been seen since WrestleMania, this is not talking about Taker. Taker could come back and enter this match and I would be happy about it. If you guys think that Brock Lesnar has earned a shot at this Money in the Bank pay-per-view, then leave a comment down below in the comment section and tell me if you guys believe that he should get a WWE title contract.
Can I slightly reword the question so that it's not completely biased, so that you get the answers that you're looking for? Let me just slightly readjust the question. Do people think that a man who has been missing since WrestleMania, where he did the unthinkable and became the biggest heel in professional wrestling, do you think it is a good idea for that man to be the catalyst for Daniel Bryan to win the championship back?
So
there's my version of the question. Okay.
So leave a comment in the comment section below and tell us what you guys think. If you guys agree with Tom, then just put I agree with Tom. If you agree with me, then explain why. But guys, don't just say no or yes or whatever. Explain your reasons, because we want your opinions on this. You've heard our sides. You've heard the pros and cons. So
we have two differing opinions, and it's up to you guys to let us know what your take is on it. And yeah, personally, that's the way I see it. You disagree with me, but that's fine. I've got no problem with that.
But that's why I put the question out there to the fans, because I think it's only fair that they get a say in, they get a say in it, and so that's why I'm going to start doing that, you guys. I'm going to start, if we ever have opposing problems, if we ever have opposing questions, I'm going to start posting the question to you guys, what you guys think, because this is not, while Tom, Taker, Silver, and I do the show, this is for the WWE fans, so.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So, that's the card. Tom, when are we going to be doing the...
So, I don't think there's much else we can talk about, really.
Not really. When are we going to do the post-show? Because
probably
next Friday is a holiday in the U.S. It is our Independence Day, when we got free from you bug-eyed Brits.
Oh, Christ! Yeah, it is. It's Independence Day. So are you not allowed to speak to your former oppressors on Independence Day?
No, we're allowed to speak to them, but we all like to have barbecues and we like to party, so we like to have fun. So to celebrate the fact that we do no longer live under the oppression of the British. Guys, if you don't know, if you can't tell by my tone, I'm practically joking. I have no problem with British people. Except Wade Barrett, that's a completely different situation. I have no problem with British people, so I'm not offended by any of the British, just so you guys know.
Men, mount your horses, we're taking those islands back!
Just so you guys know, I'm not offended. I'm not against the British. I just like to throw that out there. That's a little bitter batter between Tom and I all the time. So here he goes. So no, but yeah, when are we gonna do the post show, Tom, so people can?
I have no idea. I totally forgot that next Friday was Independence Day. I don't know.
We might have to do it. Oh gosh, we could probably do it Thursday.
I'm starting back at work next week, so.
Okay.
What we're gonna have to do is we'll have to just announce it when we've worked out a day that will work. Because,
like I said, it was WWE usually doesn't try to schedule their pay-per-views around holidays, but the way that MIB's falling this year, because normally it falls in July, but they moved it to June, so the way it falls this year, we don't really have. We're just gonna have to let you guys know, so you guys are gonna be sitting tight on that one.
You see now. Look at the problems. Look at the problems that have been caused by us letting you lot have independence. You were better off when we owned you.
yeah, but we love it. But also, you guys, there is a new. You guys probably remember last year. Battleground has now been moved to July, so that's going to happen, I think, about the mid part of July. So that's when we'll be doing another prediction show. We'll be
Yay! Another pay-per-view in 2 weeks. Oh.
I don't know if it's going to be in 2 weeks. Let me check.
Well, if it's the middle of July, it's 2 to 3 weeks.
Let me check my calendar.
I would absolutely be at peace with them just having like 6 pay-per-views a year. Honestly,
I believe it will either fall on the one of the 3 dates. It will either be the 13th, the 20th, or the 27th. So we'll just have to wait and see.
And in closing on this prediction thing, I'm going to speak directly to WWE. WWE, get the fucking network over to the UK now. Thank you. Love England. Love England.
We're trying. Everyone wants the network. So I'm gonna tell them that one. You guys need to hurry up and kind of do a worldwide.
I want the network because the current price of it is $10 US. That's about £6, my money. That's £6 for the pay-per-views. Yeah, boy, I will do that.
It definitely. Also, I'm also going to say this, and this is to WWE, this is to Stephanie and Hunter. This is actually something that Stephanie and Hunter did the other day. You guys remember little Connor?
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God, that I've watched that 10 times.
Stephanie and Hunter started a foundation in Connor's name called Connor's Cure, and it's a charity at the Pittsburgh Children's Hospital. So... This
hate Steph and Triple H as much as you want, but
they do some really good stuff. So I'm going to. It's been I think a month almost, and so I'm going to dedicate this predictions vlog to little Connor because that little boy. If you guys haven't watched the videos, I'm gonna find the video link and link it in the description box with all of our info on there.
Go and watch it seriously.
This little boy, this sweet, amazing little boy, touched so many hearts in the WWE locker room.
For the people who haven't watched it. You probably saw Connor at WrestleMania because when the first person Daniel Bryan left the ring and went to was this kid who died like a week later.
With Connor, and Connor was so sweet. He touched everybody. He's touched all of us in different ways. Connor was when I first saw the video.
And he's a brilliant thing that is he was a brilliant thing that was a child that wasn't a John Cena fan. That'll do me fine.
He was such a sweet little boy, and he had so much charisma, and he had so much energy and life. And guys, when a child gets cancer, it's one of the most. It's difficult when an adult gets it too, but when a child gets it, it's worse because it's so sad. Because the kids that get cancer, sometimes they never get a chance to grow up and really live and really get to experience all the stuff that we do. So, but this.
What was this kid? What was he? 9, 8, 9?
He was 8 years old. He was 8 years old. Just getting just starting out in the world, getting his feet wet. And so,
I think it's safe to say if any of us could hit cancer with a chair, we would.
We would. Every one of us would. So you guys, at the end, I can't do it on this, but I'm probably gonna put. I am going to put the description to Connor's memorial video in the description box with all their information because you guys, this is and you guys also this is something else. I'm just throwing this out there because, like I said, this is for Connor. If you guys are familiar with Make-A-Wish, which I'm sure you guys are, if you guys are familiar with any other charities that help children, even if you can't, just keep these people in your thoughts because and in your prayers because there are a ton of kids out there that have cancer and you might not know them personally, you might not know their story. We don't know all their stories. We don't know, Connor was a rare situation where everyone in the WWE got
one of my cousins beat cancer when he was a kid.
Connor was a rare thing, we all got to know his story and we got to see his interactions. So, you guys, please just, this isn't a religious thing. This is just, something that I've always said.
Yeah,
when you think about, when you think about the children with cancer, the children in the children's hospitals, even if they don't have cancer, just keep the sick kids in your hearts because, a lot of them, like I said, some of them never really get a chance to experience life because they can't win a battle. It's a match, as I put it, it's a match they can't win because sometimes the match is too overpowering for them. And so,
to slightly bring light to it, it's a match they can't win. It's like having a match with John Cena.
Well, it's like having a match with someone that, not John Cena, but it's like having a match with someone that's just impossible to beat. And
yes, John Cena.
Haha. But yeah. So this, I am dedicating this prediction vlog in memory of Connor because he was a special little boy to the WWE. He was. I know. Like I said, I'm gonna link the video down below in the description box for you guys because Connor was just a sweet little boy and he was the sweetest little guy and I wish I could have met him. And I'm sending this to his dad and his family. I'm thinking about you guys. I'm praying for you guys because I know it can't be easy. So yeah, we're doing this for Connor. So this Money in the Bank pay-per-view prediction is in memory of Connor. So this is for little Connor. So, okay guys, well we're going to wrap this up. I think we've been at this for like 23 minutes, so I think we're...
Yep. Jump over to Twitter, tell me how much of an idiot you think I am for thinking Brock Lesnar should win the WWE title. Over at Tom Williams 1990, and I expect all of your hate as soon as possible.
And you guys can, as always, find Taker Soul Girl on Twitter, on fanfiction, on here at Taker Soul Girl. You can find her on Facebook at Robin Wired. You can find me on Twitter at East Texas Country. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on fanfiction. You can even find me on here. One thing that I am going to point out, Taker Soul Girl and I, at some point, don't know when, we're going to start doing a show of our favorite. We're going to do something special. We're going to do our favorite heels and our favorite faces. So, just keep a lookout for that when we do that, you guys, because we're going to be doing that one at some point. So, okay, well.
If you get chance, come over to my YouTube as well. You'll find me. I'm the guy who posts a lot of Skyrim and WWE stuff. So yeah. You know where I am?
Well, that is going to be it for this predictions vlog, and we will see you guys on the post show, whenever that will be. So we will see you guys later.